On August 28, 1963, over 250,000 people from every corner of the United States gathered in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., for what would become one of the most pivotal and historic events in the struggle for civil rights, the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom.
This extraordinary demonstration was more than just a march. It was a powerful display of unity, resilience, and determination by individuals of all races, ages, and backgrounds, standing together to demand justice and equality. People traveled by bus, train, car, and foot, overcoming immense challenges and threats of violence to participate in this unprecedented gathering.
The march resulted in the President, John F. Kennedy, being pressured into administering a strong federal civil rights bill in Congress, which helped build a federal anti-discrimination law.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream.
Martin Luther King Jr. led the March on Washington so black people can get more rights and there can be less racism in our country. The March on Washington happened to protest against employment discrimination and civil rights abuses against non-Americans.
The march was organized by a coalition of civil rights, labor, and religious organizations. A. Philip Randolph, a longtime labor activist, and Bayard Rustin, a key strategist, worked tirelessly to bring together diverse voices. The goals were clear: end racial segregation, secure voting rights, and demand economic justice for Black Americans. By the morning of August 28, the streets of Washington were filled with people of all races, ages, and backgrounds. Some traveled thousands of miles to be here. It was one of the largest peaceful demonstrations in American history, united under a single cause: justice.
The March on Washington was a turning point in the civil rights movement. It helped galvanize public opinion and paved the way for landmark legislation, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. It showed the world that change was possible when people united for justice.
Lewis, representing the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, spoke passionately about the urgency of an action. But it was Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech that left an indelible mark, painting a vision of where future where freedom and equality would reign. 60 years later, the March on Washington remains a beacon of hope and a reminder of the power in collective action. It was a moment that proved that when people stand together, they can change the world. The dream lives on, carried forward by new generations striving for equality.
For little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. Down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. This is a faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together.